Hi everyone, today I'm going to be making a chocolate cupcake, but everyone that I've made it for, they like to say that it's more of a coffee chocolate cupcake. And today I'm going to make the cake second, and then I'm going to make the frosting on the stove. So just follow me over to the stove right here. And I'm gonna have my pan at low heat, and I'm gonna melt 1 stick of butter. So we're just gonna wait until that melts. Okay, once the butter has melted, I'm going to add in 1 cup and 1/4 of unsweetened cocoa powder. I'm gonna add in, let's turn this down. I'm gonna add in 1 1/2 cups of granulated sugar. And I'm just gonna whisk this till it forms like a nice thick and grainy mixture. Okay, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like thick paste. We're gonna turn it off the heat for a little bit, and we're gonna mix our wet mixture. It's 1 1/4 cups of heavy whipping cream. We're gonna add a teaspoon of instant coffee. I like to use the Starbucks kind. Let's get that in there. And then for a little tang, we're gonna add in 1/4 cup of sour cream. Get in there. Just make sure we get every bit. And then we're just gonna whisk this mixture together. It's okay if it has little clumps in it. It's gonna be put on the stove later. This is how the wet mixture is going to look for the frosting. And I'm just gonna gradually add some of it into this cocoa mixture. Whisk it around, try to get all of the clumps out, and it should turn into a nice, soft, fudgy type glaze. You don't want this mixture to boil, you just want it to be warm to the touch. Okay, this looks good, and I'm just gonna turn it off the stove, and I'm just gonna let this cool about 2 to 3 hours. Or you can just put it in the fridge, but just make sure to watch it carefully so it doesn't thicken as much. Okay, so now the frosting is warm to the touch. I've added a pinch of salt, and I'm just gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla and mix that right in. And then I'm just gonna let it to continue cooling. And that is it to the frosting. And we're gonna move on to the cake next. And there's your cut. Everyone, this is my grandma, and she's gonna help me out today by mixing the dry ingredients for the cake. And what we have here is 3 cups of flour, so dump that in a bowl. You can use the whisk to help us out. Okay, and we have 2 cups of white granulated sugar. Dump that in. All of it. And we have 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Dump that in. And that's okay. That wasn't supposed to happen. We have a teaspoon of salt. And we have 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Okay, and she's just gonna whisk them till it's all combined. So just mix it around so you get kind of like a... Okay, so now we're gonna combine the wet ingredients. And I have just heated 2 cups of hot water, and I'm gonna put it in a large measuring cup to make things easier. So pour this in here. Be careful, it's a little warm. We have 1 tablespoon of Starbucks coffee. It's kind of like Italian roast, so dump that in. And we have 3/4 cup of vegetable oil. There we go. And we have 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Okay, so right now she's just doing a light combining of the wet ingredients. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the vanilla. And that will be the end to our wet ingredients. Mix that good. And now we're going to combine the dry and the wet ingredients. Now it's important that you don't overmix, otherwise you're going to get a rough and very tough, chewy texture on the cake. Can you hand me that Red Bull? Okay, so this is our dry ingredients. Can you have this? And I'll take this. And you're just going to mix. I'm going to add the wet ingredients slowly into the dry ingredients, okay? Okay, so I'm going to put these into an oven for 18 to 20 minutes and then stick it with a toothpick to make sure it comes out clean, and voila. Follow me over here. Okay, so now the cupcakes are cooled and my frosting is chilled. I put it in the fridge a little bit to fasten the process. And right now I'm just gonna take some of it on and just sprinkle and show you what the finishing product looks like. You can put any kind of sprinkles you want on here. I like to do chocolate or just shave some shavings of chocolate from a candy bar on here. That's also good too. And then just sprinkle a little, and there you go.